Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for watching. I kind of want to talk about something that happened last night. I was watching Higher Learning with my wife, and to be honest, it was really the first time that I really just sat and watched it. I've seen small parts of it, but never watched the whole thing. And it was a part where Lawrence Fishburne was talking to Omar Epps after the guy shot up the school and everything, and he said, based on your actions, since all this stuff has happened, you really showed me this and that, and I have the utmost respect for you. And I said to my wife, I was like, oh, that gets on my nerves. So of course you don't know, but like I got a thing about words. When people say certain words, most of the time, if I don't know you, I'll let you say whatever you want to say, if it's a real word or not. So he said utmost respect, and I said, oh, I hate it when people use the word wrong. It's upmost, not utmost. And I was like, no, it's not. Utmost is a word. And I said, no, it's not. It's upmost. It's just like when people say splitting image. It's not splitting image. It's spitting image. Like, I just spit him out. He looks just like me. So she went on, of course, she went online and she looked it up. And utmost is most definitely a word. And I was like, okay, let me just eat that little tidbit, right? So I was looking at it and had another little section that said utmost versus upmost, and the definition basically was like utmost means like a great admiration or something like that, and upmost kind of refers to status and stature. And she had told me a little bit after that or whatever. She's like, oh, I can't stand it when you do that, and now see what happens when you try to correct somebody all the time, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, I said, actually what you did was you helped me out, because I learned something new today that I wasn't expecting to learn. And I think the important thing about that, for me, that's always like, I don't see these things that whenever I mess up or I don't know something and I find out the answer, it doesn't do anything but add fuel to my fire, baby. It gets me where I need to be. So you didn't do nothing but help me out. So the next time I'm talking to somebody and they use the word utmost wrong, I'll be able to let them know what utmost is or what upmost is. And I think that's important in life, but also, as you go through this journey, not necessarily about correcting people when they're wrong or anything like that, but always learning and taking, somebody teaching you something or showing you something and taking it in and using that for your ammunition to get further in the future. Every time you learn something, it doesn't matter where it came from. If it came from you being completely wrong, first accept that you were wrong, I was wrong, and then take that knowledge and put it in your piggy bank, and you'll be able to use that at your beck and call. You'll be able to use the negatives in your life, the things that you have maybe made a misstep at. It was a quote in Miss Thamer's class. That was my speech teacher at High Springs High. And the quote said, the difference between stumbling blocks and stepping stones is how a man uses them. And there's only been a couple quotes that I just always remember, and that's one that I always remember because so many people, even in that movie Higher Learning, they have this victim mentality, the mentality that because I'm a certain way or because I was put in a situation that was beyond my control, that I'm forever going to be a victim and I'm forever going to be unequatable to someone else. And that's completely not true. Listen, we have the power to change our path. But it depends on if you see that as a stumbling block or a stepping stone. Do you see the mistakes that you've made as a mistake and you get nothing from it? Or are you taking those mistakes and saying, man, you know what? I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna be better. This didn't do anything but help me. You know, all the good things that happen to you, they're great, but they don't build character. Character comes from the hard times and the hard things that we go through in life. And the best thing that you can do is make a mistake. The best thing you can do is fail. The best thing you can do is say that's not a word when it really is a word. Because those things help you grow. And that's what life is about. Life is about growth. Life is about loving and helping and being a positive person and sharing with others everything you know. The more that you know, the more other people should know. It's one of the biggest reasons why I started my channel and started doing this, because I feel as if I have something to offer. And more importantly, I believe that you have something to offer. So, keep that in mind. Listen, we're not always going to be right about everything, and we're not always going to be wrong. But when we are wrong, let's take heed. Let's take a step back, look at why we're wrong, look at what we can do to be better next time, and we build from that. So thanks for watching. You guys follow me on my social media and at Improve Always, and thanks for subscribing, hopefully.